Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm still here. Um, I hope everyone's day, evening, um, is going great. And remember, always be grateful what you have. Um, I'm just going to get into it. um, I don't know who you think you are, you know, thinking that you can control me and that whatever you do, you know, whatever, that it's going to work and that I wouldn't catch on. The thing is, not that wouldn't catch on. I mean, that's what you're hoping. Um, but don't you think that my bodyguards who are doing everything now, as in monitoring all my apps, all my, whatever I have, that they didn't catch on? You think that you can control my internet. This way I wouldn't put out any videos or, I don't know, whatever you thought. And that you didn't think that I have not only Saint Michael right next to me, that I didn't have the other ones in spirit, plus God and Jesus right next to me. Not only that, the ones that, family, that they have all of them right next to them at all times. Because now it was like I had to do something and something popped up that I was offline. And the other thing that popped up is, like, I wouldn't have known. Saying, oh, you're offline because your whatever VPN, I don't know, it's hidden. Duh. For what? Because you want me to turn it on? Or whatever you do where it's not hidden? See, I don't know any of that. My team did it. This way you can track me. Good one. That was. Or I should say, oh no, I'm sorry. That was brilliant. you know, that you thought I wouldn't have caught on. But that's okay. I had a really long talk with my team. Not only them, you know, with God. That it's one thing that they're not letting me know who any of you are, not until everything's done. You know, in the beginning, I agreed because, you know, they were telling me, and I didn't realize, you know, that I was telling all, but they're caught, the couple of them, that I was telling what I knew, and it was tough, you know, to catch them because I didn't realize that I was telling what was up. Well, I'm not doing that anymore, obviously. So I had the long talk. It's done. This is way too long. Too many years. And there's enough evidence and whatever else. I'm not going to say what I told them, and I'm not going to say what I I told. Yes, I'm allowed what I told God. So, not sorry what's about to happen. I gave you something in my last video to help you. And apparently someone or a group, some group, could be a few, don't know. All I heard was that you did something wrong and that you need to do it before something happens, what's about to happen. It's way out of control now. And too many are getting away with a lot. You know, not only what all of you have done and tried in my situation. I'm speaking in general, as in what is going on. Getting into people's business, getting into, you know, selling, thinking that it's funny. People's information. Everyone needs privacy. Doesn't matter, and I don't care who you are. So, like I said, all who are like the ones in my situation, no more warnings for my situation. But there are not going to be any warnings for ones to come. I said this. Like I said, it's way too long. I've been in control, but now you don't know what I said to them. You have enough evidence. All. Who is involved, as in my team and who they got, of every authority. All of you know who these people are. It should have been solved. And ones, spoke up and should speak up. Not only in my situation. Don't get me wrong, I love the journey and what I was chosen to do. And dealing with for a really long time. I don't want to be considered as, one of those ones, it's a cold case, whatever. Because mine's not important. You know what exactly, what's being done. There's not that many left. Or it's been, on the side. Oh, I'll take care of it. We need to do, something more important. I'm not saying the job's not getting done. I'm not saying that. Every one of them. Should have been caught. I'm not saying that you're not doing your job. You are. And the ones that are in my situation, all these groups, don't think that either. They are doing their job, but they're waiting on something. But to me, they can wait whatever they're waiting for. Because I didn't say everything, what is going on. Like how it started, I said that. Every lie that comes out of their mouths to make themselves better. The thing is, because it was done to them, that they think that, they should do to others. And that you really, really do not know how angry I was going to say pissed off, but I don't know if I can say that, but sorry if you can't. And my dad. And I don't even blame them for being that angry. Even more than what I said, how angry they were before. And how much you don't want to understand that they know everything. They see everything. You know, everything that's hidden. And the ones that, two different ones. One's the same name, but what that name is, it used to be the other one, but now it's a different one. Get the F off my phone. I didn't give you permission to make my phone burning hot. What? This way you can change and see if you can track me, or, go and, cover up what you've done to me. This way you can go find others that you could pretend to be and speak to others. I'm standing up for myself now. Okay? As the saying goes, I'm not a doormat. Okay? You see, people walk on it. Some, wipe their feet and whatever. That's what all of you think that you could do to me. I mean, that goes with others that it's being done to. People just walk all over them. You should have listened. You should have listened, because, the thing is, all these ones that we're told, you should have listened. Especially the ones that say that they're witches, warlocks, I don't know, whatever, who can, go into spirit, hear them, whatever it is. You didn't listen to them either. Or maybe you can't, and you thought that, whatever, because it worked the first time, or whatever, how many times you've done it, that you can go into spirit, do whatever you want, etc., thinking that you're not going to get caught in spirit or wherever. See if you can hear, do readings on me, to hear what and see what you think I have or what I'm up to, etc. then you didn't hear that either or listen. The thing is, maybe you got confused which voices you were hearing telling you to do all this. You sure you were listening to of the light? Or were you listening to, oh, I don't know, the dark side? But the thing is, as I was told, and I've been saying it, the underworld told you. Not to mess with me or my family. So, this is why, in the beginning, and I wasn't the only one that was saying it, was trying to help. And I've been continuing saying, you need to learn to control your own mind. Push the true you, as in your higher self, all through to the front to get rid of all that negative that controls your head, your mind. You need to put more positive in your mind to push through your true self. We've been saying all this. I've been saying this. Even the neural runs that are coming, or you got. No more warnings. No more advice. Etc., etc. That's it. No more. You know, you don't do research. You know, what could happen, you know, to find out if people are lying, etc. To find out how angry spirit and the underworld are. It went all overboard, out of control. You know, it's like a hi to all of you to do it, you know, instead of for the good, you know, for yourselves, for your family, for others around you. You know, you all worry about, oh, I'm going to, you know, lose this, oh, lose that, or, oh, I want this, I want that, or whatever. Oh, I should have it, I should have that, etc., you know, la-di-da, whatever. But in the background, you're doing it to others. To make sure that others, you know, have difficulties and all that. That's all being forced. What you're doing. instead of helping to make everything better. You know, you're not building up. The only thing that you're building up is, you know, more and more negativity that is or did explode already. And the ones that are, you know, like I said, I've been saying, I've seen a lot. And the ones that are making it better and getting out there, you know, trying to make yourself better, others, etc. I am truly proud of all of you. You know, bringing ones together. That's what all these people should have done to make it better. You always want people around you. Always. You know, your clique or whatever you want to call it. But when people have something to do and you need to be by yourself or whatever, you know, you don't like it. That was because you were supposed to sit there to learn about yourself, to heal. You know, the younger ones, you know, they're supposed to be doing, you know, what we are supposed to be doing to make it better. You know, it's like the younger ones, you know, when they're just beginning to date, they're learning from others, you know, that are old enough to know better. If it's that easy to take somebody from you, and whoever took them, you know, that's what they love doing. That if it's that easy, that person's not the right one for you. A better person is coming, or whatever. But the one who, you know, took them don't realize, because, you know, you cheated with a person that was with somebody, that it's not going to be done to you. And I said this before. You know, especially if you do have a good person and you're doing it, you know, a person who treats you good or whatever, and you're doing all that, You know, instead of, letting go of jealousy or doing revenge, or killing or whatever to get back at somebody, hatred. Instead of you don't take the time, what you already have, because you think something or someone is better or that person's better. Well, technically, no, because look how easy you took them from somebody. You don't think it's going to happen to you? The thing is, don't you realize that everyone has a person? I mean, if you did meet the right person or whatever, it doesn't matter who tries. That person shouldn't be fooled into leaving, their person. What should be done is, look, I'm not going to say it again, and don't come around again. I just love, the ones, think that they could just take. That whoever they think doesn't deserve whatever. They only deserve, being stole, everything being stolen, or let's call whoever they know to, do whatever. Thing is, what really gets me is that how, people can just think that they can do that and think that they're not going to get caught one day. I mean, as I was doing this, I kept hearing speakeasies, but I really don't care, really. It's ones that constantly keep taking. They only think of one thing, who to sleep with or whatever. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not here to tell people how to run their life. That's up to you. But you don't get innocent people or do things to what has been done to you, to others, I want to know, does anybody know what a rotary phone is? Does anybody know anybody's phone numbers? Or do you just say, oh, call so and so? Huh. Well, that's one of the reasons why that, people can control others, their minds, you know, to continue to tell people not to speak up because they put fear in them. That's why, ones get away with stuff, with whatever, anything. And now also, ones who do magic, harming, doing revenge. And no one speaks up. And then, because the teenagers and adults, think that they're entitled because they see that others, are getting away with it. And then they come up with all kinds of excuses. Oh, they made me do it. Or, I don't know. Whatever excuse, doesn't matter. Every single one. And it's not only in my situation. You all know exactly what you are doing. Exactly. You can't blame. It was all you're doing. Or all the groups who's involved. Don't you think they have tests to find out? I mean, the thing is, the ones that do have that, like a mental problem or whatever you want to call it, that it's not funny to, joke around about, those ones, to pretend another thing that you like to pretend. So again, it's like, stop repeating. Get over it. We're not to be controlled, and we're not going to. There are a lot of years you know, since I was little. And then in between that, I was controlled. But I was still there enough to be as strong as I am. You know, it's like generation after generation, you know, thinking, you know, you can continue doing all this. Listening to all these lies, and ones learn, you know, and really don't learn about, you know, ones of the past lives, you know, like twin flame, soulmate, and all that. I'm not going to get into it, but only the true twin flame soulmates know each other. Okay? First of all. And all the, you know, the ancestral karma, you know, that you didn't break chains or whatever, etc. You know, all the ones that got hired to, you know, monitor that comes, you know, lifetime after lifetime or whatever. Well, again, you didn't bother. And do you think that, well, you didn't ask, first of all. You know, all those times you went up into spirit because you were told that, you know, I'm here lifetime after lifetime. You know, that entity took over you, okay? And you thought that you're the one that you had to destroy me. But you didn't bother to ask if all those chains and everything were already broken and unattached, and all the cords were cut. You didn't ask. You just listened, and, you know, whoever saying, oh no, they're not cut, they didn't do it, so we're here to continue to do what we have to do every lifetime after lifetime. Well, there's not going to be any more lifetimes for any of you. And the ones that were assigned to me and the family, that was already done. And I was told, I don't know, one of them or some of them or whatever, aren't allowed back. So, I don't know who's telling you. And like I said, I chit-chat every time you send an entity, but it goes right return back to sender. But even worse. And like I said, in these groups, in my situation, oh, believe me, I know you're feeling it, but it's going to get worse. This isn't anything. And once you're caught, like I said, I have something for all of you. But then after that, I don't know what's going to happen, what Spirit's going to do. I don't do anything in revenge or whatever. That's all up to them. But I know some aren't going to be allowed back. Probably all of you. I don't know. Because, you've ruined your bloodline. And I'm not asking, I don't understand that, that you don't understand that you should have worked on yourselves. You should have stopped when you were told. And I don't know if you can hear Spirit telling you or whatever. You should have just asked me what the truth was. That's another thing that is embedded in our minds. If you didn't catch on, you need to put positive in instead of soaking up all these lies and negativity. It's not good to do that, especially on top of doing all this magic, because even more is going to be. That's why I always said it is dangerous to try to be someone else. Take on whatever, is supposed to come to them, or whatever else you all do. Because you can't handle this, what's returning back to you. That's why God chooses certain ones that He knows that they can take on. All the stuff that people put onto me, all their karma and all that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all been taken care of. It's all returning back. And everything that you tried to involve me, and, well, still, was taken care of. You follow, whatever, thinking I won't know the difference. You go in spirit trying to, spy, etc., attach yourselves. Everything was unattached. The cords cut, whatever. And you didn't think I would know the difference. You know, including the entities who you bring or send. Like I said, I chit chat with them. I already had conversations with them way before anyone knew about me. So all of you did it, you know. The pot has been boiled over. And how angry spirit, the underworld, etc., your ancestors who are on my side now. I mean, come on, you know. And the real thing is, you know, it's like these companies allowing ones to get into whatever company it is, you know, stealing the whatever that number that is, VPN or whatever, information, the track ones, you know, all the information that's being sold, and also about all these, you know, ones that can hack in or whatever it's called. I don't think it's hacking in, I don't know, to where they can get access to everybody's information, but you're not really speaking to whoever company you belong to. You know, you're speaking to them, and that they have access to change everything or do whatever or disconnect, whatever. Someone can fix things for so long, because I like to know all these companies that we have or had since I was born, before I was born, or when I was little. But now I'm having all these problems. Huh. Interesting. You know, things being added, you know, etc., etc. I'm not going to get into it. The only ones that should be tracking people, well, one, my team, and, you know, like your loved ones, you know, ones like that. Not outsiders, not, you know, stalkers, or to get into somebody's business, you know. or to ruin them, to, steal from them, etc., etc. Not getting into it, like I said. Well, right back at you. Right back at you. More tacked onto your list. And don't think that I'm mad. Okay? I'm not. I have stuff to do. Like you should have been doing. But you're just sitting around, online all day, stalking, etc., whatever, making calls, etc. Not realizing, you think that I'm doing all this back at you because you're feeling it, other than all the karma that you had before. You think I'm doing it. It's like more you don't use your mind, the right way. What do you think is going to happen? And everything that, you tried to do to others, that it wasn't going to come back to you? As someone said, and, I've heard it, God, for years. It's like, not watering a plant or flowers or whatever. It's like that, putting all this negativity in your minds, fill it up with, a whole bunch of lies. It's like building up, and not the right way. You're supposed to build up, to make it better. This way, our children and each generation was supposed to continue to make it better. But, until you met the wrong person, the one who speaks up, who's standing up for once. And that's another reason why I said, you need to learn how to speak up. And like I said before, it depends. You do not confront anyone. If you know the truth, you go to the authorities, But the thing is, don't do something, don't twist it. We are all protected, by our angels, by God, our ancestors, etc. But that doesn't mean that you should put yourself in a situation either that you can't get out of or could harm you. That's why I said you call the authorities and make sure that it gets done. Like relationships. It takes two to make it work. Like us and spirit. We have to work together and listen to what we are told, to not to get into these situations. As in, okay, we go to the authorities and let spirit and the authorities handle these people. Because they can. You know. But anyway, you know, whatever you all think, you can, pay people to look into what's coming to me, who's coming to me, what I'm doing, or whatever. Well, one, none of it's going to work, and I'm not helping any of you. Like I said, I did try to help, and I said it right before. And I also said it all in the video before this. What to do. And like I said, some group or someone didn't do it right. So that meant, probably you added what you weren't supposed to when I said you have to do it exactly and not add things. But, whatever. Don't care. And, it's like, don't care how much you see that I'm getting, whatever. Who you pay to, find out anything. More worse, it's going to all come back to you. Anyway. And to let you know, only God tells me who to give to or who to do whatever that really needs it. Not, to the ones, well, like all of you, groups. Who I don't know. Or to the ones that I haven't seen in years, but they found out, they got wind that I have something, or the ones that I haven't seen in years, but really don't know them, and I know some of them are part of one of the groups, etc. Still not helping. Because that's only telling me that, you're a gold digger or whatever you call female and the male. I guess a gold digger, I don't know. A thief, and etc. Trying to attach yourself to me again, which cannot be done ever again, or to my family. I seen all this before, and I said it in the very beginning of when I first started this. I seen it all. that all this happened. And it always stuck in my head, my mind, that when I was ready and when I was supposed to start doing, that I would make sure that I helped others to recognize it, because I seen it done to my dad, and yeah, even celebrities. I told you, people would come out of the woodwork, once they, found out that they came into money or whatever. It's one thing of helping people, but not like you. I mean, really. And again, it's one thing of, worrying about money, if you're going to have it or whatever, Money is an evil, and it doesn't buy love. It doesn't buy, whatever, happiness. But you need to use it the right way for it not to be evil. You have to use it the right way. This way you don't run out of it. Or spending, on stupid stuff that you really don't need and could, sit in your closet, for years and years and years or whatever. Or paying people, to get into people's business. That's how you, don't. Have money to save. And by you doing all that stuff, paying people to do magic, etc., that's when God says, well, okay, time for karma. Take a little bit where you should have noticed, but you didn't. You should have, what you done, you should have left it there. I didn't care that you took all that money. I didn't. I figured, okay, you know what? I'll work out something. They needed it. You should have left it there. And be thankful that I did get, well, be thankful that you stole it. But now, you weren't thankful. You just continued. So now, you have to see what's coming. You thought that you could take over me. You thought that, you could do me, whatever, etc., etc. Okay. Along with the other list that you already had, along everything that you've done to me. Okay. You want it to be like me? Let's see that you can handle it. What I had to go through. And like I said, a lot of ones because I already put that to the test. And it was nothing really. They couldn't handle it for not even a minute. Not even a minute. So, well, I mean, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying anything else. But, you were told. And this is not a warning. Oh, don't worry. It's not. Because now it's going to be put to a stop, like for real. I mean, not that it wasn't in the first place, but there's no more, oh, we're waiting on this thing, or we're waiting, I don't care anymore. I don't give a blank what moon is coming up, what more evidence. You could get the evidence afterwards too, because I know more and more people are going to be speaking up. I really. And if I were you, I will do what I said that was going to help you. But hey, you messed up. You didn't do it right. And like I said in the title, it's only for those ones in the title and ones like them to say it, because it won't work for us. It will only work for them. Because their protection, whatever they thought, they were doing it all wrong. And I explained it in the video. So if I were you, I would do it. And it might protect you a little bit. That's what I was told to give to you. But now, I really don't care. Because again, this is way too long for a case to be dragged on. I don't care. I'm not waiting for it because new ones keep coming in. Bull. You're going to get caught too. And the new ones, if I were you, if you just started, I better start, you better start to, open up your mouth, go to the authorities before you even get started and get caught in all this. Because you're not going to get paid. Because they can't get anyone to, that they can steal off of. And they can't get anything off of me or my family. So again, you don't know what I just had the long talk with, what was said with my team, and an order went out, and with God, which a huge order just went out. So, oh well. Not my problem. But for everyone else, again, I am so proud of you. And I thank every one of you that are here. And continue what you do. And we can do it. We can make it better. Around the world. And more we speak up, more all these ones, because like I said, to put a stop, to make it better, you know, we need to put a stop to all these ones that been getting away with stuff, and the younger generation is learning off of them, or, you know, getting convinced to join their groups or do trends, you know, stuff like that. You know, the drugs need to come off, you know, whatever. Innocent ones need to stop getting and being involved. But anyway, everyone have a great day. I should say morning. Well, wherever you are. Have a great, whatever time it is. All day and all night. Sending lots of love, peace, light, and positive thoughts all around the world. And keep up the great job. And I'm proud of all of you. Ciao.